Hello guys, this is Venkatesh Joshi. Today we are going to see the topic machine reference model in cloud computing, and today the contents are virtualization recap, need of virtualization, machine reference model, and security rings and privilege mode. So first we will see the meaning of virtualization. Virtualization is a key component of cloud computing as it provides us to efficiently utilize their physical resources and offer flexible and scalable services to customers. Cloud providers use virtualization to create virtualized environments that allow customers to run their application and services on virtual machines hosted on the cloud infrastructure. Then, what is the need for virtualization in cloud computing? The virtualization enhances the performance of the cloud computing, and another need of virtualization in cloud computing is limited use of hardware and software resources. And another need of virtualization in cloud computing is shortage of space. So, using virtualization, we can overcome this drawback of cloud computing, that shortage of spaces. Within a limited of space we can uh, use the services of the cloud computing, and it is eco-friendly initiative. Without using pen and paper, we can build the software need and administrative cost. So next comes the machine reference model. At the bottom layer, the mode for the hardware is expressed in terms of the instruction set architecture, which defines the instruction set for the processor, regis- registers, memory, and interrupts management. ISA is the interface between hardware and software, and it is important to the operating system, developer system, ISA, and developers of application that directly manage the underlying hardware. The application binary interface separates the operating system layer from the application and libraries which are managed by the OS. API covers details such as low-level data types, alignment, and call conventions, and defines a format for executable programs. System calls are defined at this level. This interface allows portability of applications and libraries across operating systems that implement the same API. The highest level of abstraction is represented by the application programming interface, which interfaces applications to libraries and or the underlying operating system. The instruction set exposed by the hardware has been divided into different security classes that define who can operate with them. The first distinction can be made between privileged and non-privileged instructions. Non-privileged instructions are those instructions that can be used without interfering with other tasks because they do not access shared resources. This category contains, for example, all the floating fixed points and arithmetic instructions. Privileged instructions are those that are executed under specific restrictions and are mostly used for sensitive operations which expose behavior sensitive or modify controls sensitive. The privileged state, for instance, behavior sensitive instructions are those that operate on the input output, whereas control sensitive instructions are after the state of the CPU registers. This is the diagram for the machine reference model. Applications, libraries, operating system, and hardware. This is the label diagram of the machine reference model. Next comes the security rings and privilege mode. These are the this is the diagram for the security rings: ring 1, ring 2, ring 3, and ring 4. This is least privileged, and this is ring 0 is the most privileged, and ring 3 is the uh, least privileged, and 2 1 are the privileged mode. A possible implementation feature of a hierarchy of privilege in the form of ring-based security. Ring 0, ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. Ring 0 is in the most privileged level and ring 3 is in the least privileged level. Ring 0 is used by the kernel of the operating system. Ring 1 and ring 2 are used by the operating system level services, and ring 3 is used by the user. Recent systems support only two levels, with ring 0 for supervisor mode and ring 3 for uh, user mode. A third privilege level, the requested privilege level, is used when invoking operating system services through call gates and prevents less privileged applications from elevating privileges and gaining access to restricted system segments. A protection ring is one of the two or more hierarchical levels or layers of privilege within the architecture of a computer system. This is generally hardware enforced by some CPU architectures that provide different CPU modes at the firmware level. The central the central ring has the highest privilege. The outer one has fewer privileges than the inner ones. The figure below represents the protection ring for x86 processor architecture, which is of the common processor architecture. The rings of outer ring, this is your perimeter protection in a freestanding facility. The perimeter may be at your proper property line. So if you are understood, uh, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. हो गया खत्म.